Hello my lovelies, welcome back to my channel and another video. Today's video is super good. It's going to be the most chilled out chatty vibes. I've made myself a cup of tea, but I've done that really annoying thing where you make a cup of tea, you click the kettle while you're getting ready, if anyone else do this, and then by the time you're ready you pour the, you've poured it in already and you've been letting it brew for like an extra 10 minutes longer than it probably should do, and it's just not that perfect temperature anymore. It's kind of on the chilled side. It's still quite nice. So I asked over yesterday on my Instagram any questions you guys would like to know, because believe it or not, it has actually been 4 years since I last filmed any type of like Q&A question and answer video. If you haven't got Instagram and you want to be involved in the next Q&A, which I'll try and do these a bit more over this winter because I feel like I've been so distant over the last few years and I really want to just have chatty, chilled out videos on my channel. And so if you want to ask me a question and you haven't got Instagram, add the comments below, and if I get enough comments I'll do another video in a couple of weeks. So yeah, I asked over on my Instagram. I've got the questions here in front of me. I know I don't have a phone case on this phone. This is the iPhone 12 Pro Max, and I've had this phone for what feels like, honestly, about 3 years. Yeah, probably about 2-3 years. And I've upgraded it, but I upgraded it in the summer to the iPhone 15 Pro Max, and it's been sat in the cupboard for the last 3 months because when we're working throughout the season doing the boat trips, my brain cannot fathom the concentration to transfer this phone to a new phone, remembering passwords. I don't know if anyone else is the same, but switching over a phone is like switching over your life. Everything's on that phone, so the stress it causes my brain to switch over to a new phone halfway through an already crazy few months, I just can't do it. So this phone is going to be switched over to my new phone in the next few days, and I'll probably be selling this one because it's pretty good condition considering the case has been off it for the last few months, but it's in pretty good condition. So anyway, back to the video. Let's get on. Grab yourself a cup of tea. Let's have a chin wag. So the first question I have been asked is, were you nervous or anxious about getting Ivy, as I can't seem to get over the nerves to get a cat? Well, the truth is yes, abso-flipping-lutely. Anything that involves any commitment for me is a real stress to my head. The business has taken over our complete lives for 5 years. Every ounce of my energy has been put into that, and so to put any effort or energy into anything else really causes me some like deep stress. And so yeah, the decision for both of us was really random actually, because there was one night where we were just sat in the house having a glass of wine, just chilling, you know, and the post had come up online about these kittens. A girl locally she's got 2 ragdolls and they'd had kittens obviously, and we were just like, I don't know, something just drew us to this ad, and so we messaged her and basically committed within that night to get a ragdoll cat. We went and visited her that week, and we just knew it all felt so right. But it's so random because me and Lou would never ever have gone for a cat. Like, we've always been dog people, and so it's just really random, and we've ended up going from 1 cat to now 2 cats. Do you know what I mean? When we pick up her sister, so it's just really random because it's not something we ever, it's almost like it was like the timing just kind of worked out, and she lived up the lived literally a few streets up from us. Where we live, if you want to get pets, it's quite hard to travel. Like, you're literally traveling 5 hours to the local city, Glasgow, Edinburgh, you know, to get a cat like a ragdoll cat. You know, you just wouldn't get them any closer. And so yeah, long story short is we were absolutely terrified. Once we'd seen Ivy and we'd committed, I went home and I was like literally awake for, we had to wait 3 weeks until she was old enough to collect her, and I literally spent 3 weeks just absolutely like, have we made the right decision? Oh, I'm so nervous. It's such a commitment, because a pet is not just, you know, a loose, yeah, we'll get a pet. It's a commitment for life. These ragdoll cats live until they're like 18 years old. You know, they're indoor cats. They live up to the life expectancy, I think they say, is about 16 to 18 years. That's a big commitment. You know, I am 28 years old. By the time this cat, I mean, I might have this cat up until I'm nearly 50. Do you know what I mean? So it's a huge commitment. So when we decided, we just literally just went for it. It's the best thing we've ever done. It made it easier because Lou's mum at the time got Ivy's brother, so Lou's mum had no pets either, and then she got Ivy's brother, and she's called hers Otis. And so it's been great because Ivy goes to her nana's house and stays and goes and sees like her nana and her brother, and because they're both brother and sister, it's been really good. And then obviously Otis, Julie's cat, comes to our house, and so they've both got like a little cat friend, and so it's been really good because if we ever need to go, look, we're working longer days, the cat goes to Julie's house, and if Julie's, you know, out doing stuff, her cat comes to our house. So it's worked out really good, and the cats are never like alone for long periods of time. And if we ever go away, the cats go to Julie's house, and vice versa for Julie, the cats come here. So it's worked out really good. But yeah, it was a decision that was really spontaneous in the fact it was just an advert, and we'd not even discussed having a pet up until this like point really. So yeah, yes, the answer to that question is we were absolutely terrified and nervous, but Ivy is just slotted into our life perfect. So if you are thinking about it, you know, I know it is a really hard decision, but you won't regret it, you know, because ragdolls are the best. They're just the best company, the most cuddly little fluffy pillows. So that's my answer to your question. Sorry, I rambled on a bit there. Next question, do you think you'll live on Skye forever? The answer to that question is no. I don't think we'll live on Skye forever, and Lou definitely does not want to live on Skye forever. Lou grew up in Edinburgh and did all like his high school in Edinburgh and things like that, so he loves Edinburgh, and I think ideally he would like to live on the outskirts of Edinburgh. And same with me, I just get a little bit scared because I don't know Edinburgh that well. I do like it and things like that, but I do get a bit scared that like I'm not a city gal, do you know what I mean? As much as I like to think I love my shops and I love shopping, but I'm not a city gal, do you know what I mean? So I think wherever we would move, it would have to be the outskirts of a city. Ideally, I would love to have a space on Skye where we can come to all the time, and then live in a city more central as well. That would be the absolute dream, do you know what I mean? But my location, I probably, if we were going to move off Skye, Lou's would probably be like the outskirts of Edinburgh area. That would be his ideal one, but he would also like what I'm about to say just now. We've also discussed possibly living on the outskirts of like Inverness area. We love Dornoch, we love just outskirts of Inverness, so it's like near a city, country. Yeah, that's the kind of answer to that question. I don't see us having a permanent base on Skye forever. That's the answer to that question. Okay, next question. Do you and Lou want children? Now this has caused outrage and like shock, because I talk about this a lot over on my Instagram. Me and Lou have decided we don't want to have children, and it's been a decision that's like progressively come over the last maybe like 5 years or so, you know. I always saw myself like in my teens, I always saw myself as having children, having 5-6 children. I always said like I'm gonna have loads of children when I'm older. I even said like at one point, I think I said like I wanted 6 children, but the older I've got, it just feels like it wouldn't slot into our life, if you know what I mean. I love my own company. I love having a cup of tea. I love staying up late and just like being in my own little bubble watching TV. I'm a bit of a workaholic. I love working, and when I say, you know, I complain 24/7, do you know what I mean? But I do really enjoy working, and you know, the business, you could not have a child running this business. Absolutely not. It's so full on. And I do feel like now you are hearing more and more people discussing, like in their late 20s, like either waiting longer to have children, or just the same as me and Lou, just been like, I don't know if it's really right for us. And you're hearing it more and more and more, people not having children, and I just feel really content with that decision right now. I might change my mind in my 30s and, you know, might just randomly decide that having a child will be, you know, would be an option. I do feel like Lou would kind of just, I do feel like he would be happy either way. Like if I just randomly said to him, how do you fancy that? I don't know, but we might change our mind, we might not. At the moment, it's not on the cards for us. I'm just happy being a cat mom to Ivy and her new sister when she arrives, and just being a cat mom really. I feel like all my maternal instinct is there for the cats. I feel like, and they don't bother me. They sleep, they play, you feed them. They're really, you know, easy to look after. So I've got all my maternal stuff you know, to the cats. So that's the answer to that question. And the final question I am going to answer today is, let's see, let's pick another one, the most requested. Any wedding plans? Ooh. So if you followed me for a while on this channel, you will know myself and Lou got engaged in 2020, September 2020. Do you know what? I actually think we've September 2020, 5 years ago. If somebody had asked me in my like early 20s, you know, late teens, that I would have a long engagement, I'd have been like, absolutely not, no way. But because we got engaged in 2020, the height of, you know, coming out of lockdown, COVID, etc. At first we were like planning, you know, possibly like a big wedding, but then all the lockdowns were happening early 2021, and it just put a whole, I don't know, I wasn't vibing a big wedding. We were trying to get the business up and running, you know, and to be honest with you, that has just taken all our priority and efforts and energy. And pre-business, I would have probably planned a really big wedding, but also I probably would have planned a big wedding, but when you look at the costing of it and everything like that, I don't think I'd ever now want to spend a huge amount of money on a huge party for a wedding. I think now what would suit me would be escaping, doing a little elopement or a tiny small intimate wedding, spending, you know, minimal amount of money, and then going to the Maldives for 2 weeks and spending all the money you'd spend on the wedding on an amazing honeymoon. So the wedding is definitely on the cards. When it will happen, I don't know. But really, the first 2 years of our engagement, there was no big parties happening because of COVID. So I feel like, you know, we've got a little bit of time to organise, to plan. But yeah, a wedding definitely will be on the cards, but not anytime in the immediate. Who knows? Maybe we might get married next year. I sometimes just say to Lou randomly, like, let's just go to a registry office and just get married. Let's just go do it. I've seen so many people do that, where they choose like quite cool like manor hall registries and just go get married and get like a vintage photo shoot done on the outside. I've seen people do that, and I've literally so tempted sometimes to just go and do that, because I just do not want to be spending a ridiculous amount on just one day. Like, I'd prefer to spend it on a holiday or a honeymoon or, you know, something like that. But yeah, that's just a few questions I got asked over on my Instagram. It's 4 sort of that stood out to me. But if there's any other questions that I haven't touched on in this video, let me film another one and ask them all below. I'm just so happy to be back filming on YouTube. It's honestly like just the funnest thing I love to do. And yeah, after I'd filmed the Q&AANS video the other day, which if you haven't watched, go and check it out, I just stopped filming, and after I was filming I was like, oh, that just gave me such a buzz, and I just was really happy to be back. So yeah, thank you so much for everyone that stuck around over the last few years. It really means the world to me. I hope you're having a lovely day whatever you're up to. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you all real soon in my next video. We are picking the kittens up tomorrow. I am absolutely so nervous. Let's all pray to the kitten's God that Ivy loves. This kitten right now, she's at her nana's. Lou's taking her over to her nana's house where her brother stays, Otis. So they're going to be running around having the best time, not knowing that today's the last day. It'll just be the 2 of them. Oh my gosh, I really hope they get on. But yeah, thank you so much for watching, guys. I hope you really enjoyed this video, and if you did, don't forget to give this video a huge thumbs up and hit that subscribe button. It would really mean the world. Let me know as well what sort of style videos you guys enjoy watching. Do you like the chatty ones like today, the haul videos, what you would like to see from my channel, vlogs? Let me know in the comments. Let's have a chinwag, and I will see you all real soon in my next video. Bye guys!